Hi guys, today we are going to be watching this video and yeah.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, I hope you can see it. I'm not sure but okay.
My name is Rich.
Hi Rich.
And today, my story will be about betrayal by a friend. Take my word, it may be really painful. Dawn and myself were friends since we were toddlers. We spent all days together. First playing in our treehouse, then we went to school, to the same class. And after school, we did our homework together. For some time, we even were in the same baseball team. We were so close that sometimes I thought we were the same person. It went on until we went to high school, obviously together. At the beginning of the new school year, I suddenly noticed that we were now measured on a coolness scale. Unfortunately, I found myself far from the top of that scale. Actually,
That's sad. He doesn't seem that he's so cool. And I think that his friend, George or something, Rich's friend, is going to be like super cool and not want to be friends with him anymore.
he wasn't super handsome or super successful. Just a regular guy with average results in studies and sports. On the other hand, Don turned out to be a school celebrity. A sport
That's what I thought. Poor thing.
hero, and all the girls fell madly in love with him. Something changed. He started having his own circle of cool guys, where I was not accepted. I felt that he was becoming more detached and distant, because he was trying to keep some balance between me and them, and didn't want to offend me. Then one day, the situation boiled down to him choosing. I had a birthday at the same day with a cheerleader girl from his new celebrity club. I couldn't imagine my birthday without Dawn, and it went without saying that he would come as nearly part of our family. But when I invited him, he suddenly got an ashamed expression. Said, "Sorry, bro. Would you mind if I miss this one? Barbara throws a party and all the school is invited. Maybe we'll meet there. Should be lots of fun." Well, all the cool school was invited, so I was excluded.
That's so sad because he's like not cool and everyone's like, even his best friend's being mean to him now. Let's keep watching.
It was a heavy blow. I felt lonely for the first time in my life. Needless to say, Don gladly dedicated more time to his new friends, until the point that we didn't exchange a single word in the whole week. It was an ultimate breakdown. As long as Don and me had been like twin brothers, I actually didn't have any other close friends I could stick to. So for months, I studied alone, walked alone, and even had my lunch alone. Until one day, a new boy came up to me and asked me if he could join me at my table for lunch. Well, what should I say? It was like fresh air in my monotonous and slightly depressed life. We got acquainted. His name was Dave, and he moved into our town not long ago, so we didn't have any friends. Dave turned out to be a great guy, and the best thing is that now that we're friends, I'm not a shadow. We're equals. I like that a lot. I wish I could finish my story with a glorious one day Don came to me and said he was tired of his celeb friends, and I proudly rejected him. Nope. We haven't been speaking for ages, but my idea is that maybe if you've been betrayed by a friend, sometimes it is just better to get over it and let him go, because your friendship will never be the same.
I think that was a
Hi,
good
everybody.
story.
My name's Lily.
Oh, I didn't want that. But we'll come back with the bonus story. Okay, bonus story. It says I almost drowned and lost my life.
My name is Nick, and I want to share the darkest experience of my life. This is a story about how I nearly died once, and it's a miracle I'm able to tell you the story right now. This is what happened to me. My family live in a pretty isolated area. Our house is outside a small town, and it's more like countryside than urban district. I usually go to school by bike down a country road. It's a very beautiful route across the fields and the woods, and there's also a local river on my way. It's not deep, but it is very quick and with lots of stones and rapids. Indeed, I never go swimming there because it's impossible. You can break all your bones there. But it is nice to observe from above when I'm passing on the banks on my bike. At least it was nice until one horrible thing happened to me once when I was 14. I was returning home from school on my bicycle as usual. It had been raining heavily all day long, and I had to wait in the town until it passed. When rain finally stopped, I could go home. Our country road wasn't covered in asphalt, and it was pretty slippery. But I didn't think it was dangerous at all. I had done it 1,000 times before. I kept good control of my bicycle, and was heading towards my house. I was on the riverbank that was quite high, and I heard the river roaring. After heavy rain, it usually got much higher and quicker. I didn't like the sound and acceleration, when suddenly things went out of control. My wheel slipped on the road, and in order to keep balance, I had to twist my handlebars to the left. I didn't calculate the movement. That was how my bike slipped down the steep slope and brought me straight into the river. I wasn't even scared. It was so unexpected that my first movements were purely automatic. The river was deep and I couldn't reach the bottom with my feet, and neither could I hold the bike. It went under and dragged me behind. That's when I made my first mistake. I let it go. Or better, I let it stay and didn't find anything to stick to. I was in huge trouble. First shock already passed, and I started swimming in order to keep my head above water. But here I made mistake number 2. I was trying to swim against the current. I heard throughout my life that if you are in a quick stream, you should try to swim towards the bank. But I was feeling first panic attacks, and I didn't think about that. I just did the first thing that occurred to me instinctively. But I couldn't orient very well, and I was underwater most of the time. I definitely had no hope to come out alive from that river. It had rapids, lots of huge sharp stones.
What I'm thinking is, what if there's like a dolphin or a shark that comes and saves him? That would be cool.
And the water was throwing me against it with all its force. I got bruised at once, and maybe even broke something. But in the cold water, I didn't feel much pain. I was shouting, the water came into my mouth, and I didn't have any possibility to breathe. That's when I started panicking. And panic was my mistake number 3, even if you can't help it. My lungs already hurt, I was scared, I was about to faint because I lacked oxygen and had too much adrenaline
That's harsh.
in my blood. And that was when all my life flashed before my eyes. My family, my brother, my sister who sometimes bullies me but loves me so much, and my strict but caring parents, my adorable grandparents who never had a single angry word for me, my school I sometimes hated but had so much fun there, my dog who'd be looking for me for months if I got lost in that river, a girl who lived nearby. I never had the courage to come up and tell her I liked her, the fields and the woods where I grew up. With these thoughts, I was about to faint. I didn't have any force to struggle anymore. Every square inch of my body hurt, and my lungs refused to take a breath. When in the last flash of force, I got smashed. Some kind of a root or thick twig. I grabbed it tightly, dragged myself up over it, and lost my sense. As in a movie, I woke up in an ambulance car. All my body hurt, and I was alive. Alive! I saw my dad
Yay.
beside me, scared and wet
I was wrong.
and relieved. Lost my senses again. Turned out when I was not turning home and didn't answer my phone, Dad went to look for me and saw a track of a bike leading into the water. He understood everything and ran along the bank to look for me. I was nowhere to be seen, and desperate he called 911. They managed to find me around 3 miles downstream, bending over some root, totally senseless. I had several broken bones, shocked and hypothermia, but all in all it went well for me. Much worse for my dad, who was close to a heart attack that evening. So this is my story. Again, I'm so glad I'm able to tell you now. From that moment I started valuing my life more. I became more caring towards everyone I knew, because I understood what things really meant when I was about to die. And after all, I found courage to approach that girl I liked. Even if sometimes such things may seem scarier than taking a swim in cold water.
That was awesome. I can't have any more bonus stories, but thanks for watching.